It's easy. Speak easy, baby.
What up, though, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Easy. I had to go live, man. This time of year is not really much shit to talk about, but I still just I wanted to speak my piece. I was hoping we do a DSA tonight, but I guess not. It is what it is, baby. I'm going live either way. We here. Welcome back to the Speakeasy Podcast. Detroit Lion wise, we signed Tyrod Williams. I know some people were bitching about that. I don't think it's a thing to bitch about, man. It's the contract. If you looked at the report from Ian Rappaport, I think was one who tweeted it out. The contract was up to $6.2 million. That means it's heavily incentivized, and the money's not guaranteed. That's just not for sure going down. This is not like money you can bitch about. You know what I'm saying? We don't. It's not really what's being spent for sure or not. But other than that, though, we live, baby. What up, though? Other than that,
it's easy. Speak easy, baby.
Nah, but for real, yo, this guy played when he got that big contract from Oakland. Guess who his head coach was? Tyrod Williams, however you want to say his name. His coach was our offensive coordinator, Anthony Lynn. His best years were underneath the coordinator that we have now. So the up to $6.2 million, again, get the 6 out of your head because it's up to, not guaranteed. Benefit, man. Cheap receiver, a guy who can perform, a guy who's performed underneath our scheme. We can't really speak to what our scheme is, but I'm assuming that the guy who coached him up beforehand knows how to utilize him to his strengths and weaknesses. The only question up in the air with that one is his injuries. But considering the cap space and the upside of Tyrod Williams, that's money, bro. It's fucking money. What up, though? Archie in the building. My man, and Witty. Good signing up to $6 million if he plays certain snap count. Yeah, man. That's literally, and that's dictated, controlled by the fucking coach. So come on now. You heard rumors that the 49ers are interested in Trey Lance. I did. I saw. So shout out to the squad, Woodward Sports. Our guy, Eric Bischoff's son, actually, Scott Bischoff, did a mock draft on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you go check it out. Super knowledgeable. I'm really trying to get him on the show, bro. I think keep it real. I think he's taking me for a chump. He don't know Big Easy get it popping. I don't know what the fuck going on over there. But yeah, man. But I want to get him on the show. But in his mock draft, yeah, same thing. He had the 49ers trading up for Trey Lance with the Detroit Lions, which I wouldn't be mad at. This depends what we get back, what we get in that trade. Other than that, though, dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was watching some Calvin Johnson highlights the other night. I texted my boy and Witty too. Dog, I was in my feels, bro. Man, he was so fucking good, and we wasted his time, man. It breaks my heart, man. And it breaks my heart that we haven't seen success like that forever, bro. Haven't seen success like that forever. But I think in watching those highlights, for some fucking reason, bro, I'm sorry for swearing, but I can't explain why. But I was looking at Kyle Pitts, and I was like, God, fuck. I almost said something suspect. It would have been clipped out that way, but bro, Kyle Pitts is a beast, bro. But that could totally be because I was watching those Calvin Johnson highlights, bro. Which will break your heart. You goddamn right, man. Shout out to Big Baby. Hey, keep doing good work. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Too bad I want him. Trey Lance, Funky. Are you talking about? Yeah, too bad I want him to. Yeah, I want him to, man. It's your show. Swear if you want. You're right, man. You goddamn right. But I low-key think I've been shadow banned by YouTube. I posted, I also stopped doing UFC content for a little bit because I wanted to grow with football and basketball because I talk about that shit too. And I don't want people just think I'm just the algorithm's a motherfucker, bro. You gotta be all over everything to stay relevant to be able to talk about everything. Otherwise, you have to talk about one thing to be successful with this shit. It's a bitch. So I posted a UFC video. I know a lot of motherfuckers must not fuck with UFC. I posted a UFC video. That bitch got 12 views in 4 hours, bro. What the fuck? I think I got shadow banned for swearing or just making gay jokes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, but I mean that happened, man. Yes, Pitts is on another level. Funk, I'm glad you say the same thing just because you're also on the Trey Lance train with me. You know what I'm saying? The Trigger Trey. You on that train with me. So for you to say that you like Pitts too makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Because I don't know if it's because I was watching the highlight videos or what, but this kid's a fucking beast. And then I started thinking too, like, okay, teams have been successful with 2 tight end sets. The only thing that really came to mind, honestly, was the Patriots when they had Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski. But then again, Rob Gronkowski is a whole nother level. But Hawkinson's good. Pitts looks like he could be really, really good too. I need to schedule. I have to be able to do stuff. No, I'm supposed to be getting my son. I'm talking. Let's see. I gotta check my mom real quick, guys. I apologize. My mom be texting me like she got shit to do. Mom, you ain't got shit to do. Let's keep it real. All right. Oh, it's also rumors that he was interested in Tyrod Taylor too. That we were interested in Tyrod Taylor. I mean, I don't think that we would be interested in Tyrod Taylor just because we have Jared Goff. I mean, maybe at a backup decent contract, but we don't have the luxury of that type of money right now in Detroit. Some of the Detroit lands. D-Town said, yeah, gay jokes will get you banned. I know, but they're so funny, bro. They're so easy. Easy, baby. No pun intended. Pitts reminds me of Andre Johnson. Yeah. Bro, when I look at him, it's just fucking like, it's a specimen. Kyle Pitts is a fucking specimen. And like, I can't believe that these words are coming out of my mouth, bro. I'm so anti-fucking like skill position top 10. But like, Kyle Pitts looks like a fucking problem, bro. Who's to say, man? Because of the same shit that I'm saying, he may not even be there at 7. So we'll see. We'll see. Also, if you guys watched, bro, I got shadow banned so hard. I screen recorded Pat McAfee's interview with Dan Campbell and posted it to keep my fucking like shit going, bro. You don't understand. I was sick when I posted the video and my shit got fucking 12 views in 4 hours. Like, what the man? What fuck I look like out here, man? Damn. But no, in that same interview though with Pat McAfee, and it could be an NFL thing, but if you guys notice, if you listen to it, they don't specify Jared Goff by name. They were like refused to, or they were emailed specifically not to. It could be like an NFL rule before like the actual new year, begins. I think on March 17th, March 18th, which I guess I could understand. But I feel like they talked about Goff in other interviews. Could be different with NFL, like its own network and stuff like that too. I agree they're funny, but it gets you banned. Yeah, I know, D-Town. I'm just talking shit, man. All you gays are good with me, man. Yeah, I would like Tyrod as a backup. Chase Daniel's not anything. And we need some competition behind Goff, like I said before. Yeah, man. I mean, shit. I would love Tyrod as a backup. Because truthfully, I feel like Tyrod could do just as much of what Goff does. It's a tough thing for me, bro, because like with Tom Brady, I couldn't tell you what he does special. No one really could, right? It's the same thing with Goff. But you have the argument of Tom Brady. But at the same time, with Tom Brady, this motherfucker had like team situations. Like it's weird, man. I can't allow myself to get on the Goff train because I don't see anything there. Now I will fully admit, as someone who wants to take a quarterback with our first round pick, that we do have an opportunity to build a team around Jared Goff. Even though we're paying him $20 million, we can still build a successful team around him because we have those 4 first rounders in the next 2 years. It's definitely doable, but I've seen from Goff is he's just not the guy, right? And if he's not the guy, we're not getting it done. That $20 million ain't helping it. And saying we clear a little bit of that out and get some more pieces in here and get somebody who's just Goff is right? Because you guys can't tell me what he does special. D-Town, I know you're a big Goff guy. You can't comment on down here and tell me what is special about him. You can't. I don't know if it's you. Someone earlier tried saying he reads defenses. Like, that's not a thing, bro. There's a whole article about Sean McVay reading defenses for him. Come on now. I got to chill with that. On San Fran, I think they're scrambling. I saw they were interested in Darnold too. That would be a move to make for him, honestly. Darnold's still on a rookie deal. Me personally, though, in terms of like San Fran, this dude says accuracy special. All right. Hey, y'all know how we do on Speakeasy. I'll look that shit up. We're going to find out. But I also seen, though, personally, like I know you guys commented stuff about San Fran, but I seen something about San Fran come out and they're like, yo, Goff is our guy. Or not Goff. Garoppolo's our guy. We just went to the Super Bowl with him. Which, like, the Rams didn't do with Goff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, maybe they are going to keep him. I don't know. Because the thing, too, Garoppolo's on a big-ass contract. But maybe they can cut him for cheap. I mean, I don't know that situation. We look into that, too. But I do want to look at these accuracy numbers. Because if I'm wrong, then Archie is gay. It's gay. I can't say G-A-Y because I feel like I got shadow banned for it. So I'm going to say K-A-Y. How about that? Brady is smarter than everyone, and that's why he's the GOAT. That's not why he's the GOAT. He don't do nothing special. If he's smarter, man, stop. Maybe he is smart. He does make the right. I can't even do that shit, bro. I don't know what it is. I want to root for Goff, though, even if he ain't going to be or do much here. I mean, I'm absolutely going to like root for Goff. Like, he's going to be here. Truth is, he has one. Like, yeah, why would I not root for Goff? I'm going to root for Goff even in this instance. If Goff plays well, we could trade him for more. Like, hey, come on, now do your thing. Do your thing. I'm going to sell you. That sounds terrible, but I'm trading your ass. Do good for me, bro. Do what you gotta do. Look special out there, cause I'm trading that $20 million contract. Get that shit off my fucking book, son. Get the fuck out of here with that. It's even more. It's 25 plus million, bro. I'm not. Look, you draft a rookie quarterback this year. You sit him behind Goff, a guy who's been to the Super Bowl, a guy who, yes, he's played the Super Bowl. He's played in playoff games. He's won playoff games. He's been part of a successful organization, but you get that guy, you sit him behind a game manager like Goff, so you can temper him a little bit. This guy I'm talking about, for instance, let's say he's light-skinned and his name is Trey Lance, okay? You temper his, like, and Trey Lance ain't sloppy, by the way, too, guys. No interceptions on that record. Like, you can check it up. 67% completion. I'm pretty goddamn sure 0 interceptions for Trey Lance in college. Maybe 1, if anything. So he's not really got to temper much, but you could teach him. I mean, just he is at a lower level, right, at North Dakota State. But you sit him, you calm him down, you learn what he can and can't do. You build your team around those same aspects. Let Goff ball out, because the same team that we're building for Trey Lance is Goff's team too. So if Goff does well, I mean, we're still building a team to support our quarterback. Goff, the bare minimum is just make the right read and pass it. I know someone commented accuracy. Hell the fuck no. I don't agree with that. You could train Trey Lance to do that and be paying him 25. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So $6 million is like the average salary of a rookie quarterback if he's drafted in the first round. So 6 minus 25. So save $19 million in the books to have somebody who's just going to run your system. Like, you can do that. And then you sign some free agents in there. You ever see like a fucking like picture of ice cream? You put some sprinkles on that bitch, it'll look a lot prettier. We had some money to get some sprinkles to complete the whole fucking thing, man. The passes he throws are next level. D-Town, bro. You got to be young, man. You got to be young. You are not watching the same tape, bro. No, D-Town thinks Goff is mobile. Oh, my God. And can read defense. It doesn't realize he has 49 fumbles in less than 5 years to go with 55 picks. That's more than his touchdown total. Damn, Funky. I had to pull up the numbers. Thank you, Funky. I appreciate you for that. Why don't you say the weird ones? Because they're not weird, bro. They're not weird. That's their preference. But it's always fun to say. I will say Goff over Trubisky, though. Oh, that's facts, bro. That's facts. You even got us. Hey, big facts. This is the thing, too. People are like, but what if Trey Lance isn't what you think he's going to be? We can get a quarterback in the future. Bruh, who's to say the quarterback of the future is going to be what you think he's going to be? Like, the arguments people throw at me for not taking Lance are so like, bro, I could flip the same card. Every time you say that shit, I got a fucking, like, reverse card for you. The Uno reverse card. Because I can say the same exact shit to what the fuck you got to say to it. We can get that guy in the future. What if that guy doesn't pan out? Oh, we got to build a team first. Or that's what people tell me. They say, oh, we got to build a team. Bro. What? Like 4 first-round picks these next 2 years. You think we're not going to build a team? And then they say, well, who's to say we're going to build a team around that guy? Who's to say we're going to build a team before we take another guy? Like, reverse. I'm shitting on that argument all day. That makes no sense to me. You got to come up with something stronger than that. Like, if I could throw a reverse card on that, like, it's just like, no. I'm not talking about his completions, but his passes they're not D-Town. They're like, what are you watching? His like short intermediate passes, sure. There's a tight window. Goff ain't making that throw. I'm liking the 2023 quarterback class. One pride, drop some names, watch some highlights. You know how we do. You know how we get down. I'll sacrifice getting kicked off YouTube. So if Goff has 2 Pro Bowl seasons and wins playoff games, you're still trading him. Yeah. I doubt he's gonna have a Pro Bowl season. Let's keep it a buck, right? So Goff went to the playoffs this year, right? He won a playoff game, correct? Was he in the Pro Bowl? Did he get voted in the Pro Bowl? He might have. I could be capping. Let's find out. Let's find out, baby. 2021 Nfc Pro Bowl roster. Let me get this screen on shared so everybody else can see. Here we go. All right. So I could tell you, Jared Goff's not going to be on this because now. Let's see. Patrick Mahomes, yeah, Laze. I want to see the NFC. Quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray. No, Jared Goff. It's like he's nothing special. Like, come on now. So if Goff has 2 pro seasons and wins playoff games, you're still trading him. Yes. Look at Alex Smith and the Chiefs. I don't know if that was a situation where he left through free agency. I'll keep it a buck, but like if he did, they fucked up. They could have traded him before starting Patrick Mahomes. Like, absolutely. You can do that. Like, this happens, guys. Like, you transition to the rookie deal and you bank off that because you could fill out your team so much more, man. Oh my God. I'm not D-Town. I can't do it, bro. I feel like you just throw all logic when it comes to Goff out the window. You just fail to realize everything else that was around that man. That's wild to me. One pride. And if Lance ain't getting it done, we can grab one in 2023. But if he's the man, he use those picks then to finish the team. Exactly. And then if Goff plays well, hey, more you trade him, you're getting more picks. People want to talk about we gotta build a team. We gotta build. People talk about this one pick with Trey Lance, right? This shit trips me out too. There's this one pick is gonna change the franchise. One pick is not one pick. I mean, maybe a defensive end. I'm not really counting. I mean, a linebacker technically, and Micah Parsons. Maybe he pans out. I mean, I don't see it personally for like a franchise like Chase Young. Like he's definitely not on that level. That we all can agree on that. But lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna talk about tits. No, I'm just kidding. But people talk about this one pick at number 7, the first round, like anything other than like it's gonna have more impact than taking a quarterback because if that quarterback hits, that opens up so many more things for you, man. Between cap space, between having Goff become a trade asset, like having a quarterback that hits for you at number 7, it helps you build a team way more than drafting one single guy who's gonna play his role. There's not a franchise-changing guy at that spot unless, look, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Kyle Pitts look nice. I'm gonna say it. I said it already, but that's a tough one, man. But none over Lance though. I still would rather take a quarterback not named Mac Jones. That shit pisses me off. Grayson McCalls is one. Here's the thing too. So Grayson McCalls, if he's like up there, we're gonna have to trade to get him, son. Like what? Wait, what do you want to keep Goff if he's playing well? Easy. No. Because we know when Goff plays well, he's just a system guy. He doesn't do anything special. So if I can mold a first-round pick into being a system guy to do everything that Goff is doing for $19 million less, then I'm gonna do that because then I can go afford to get difference makers on defense. Like, yeah, I'm still trading his ass. Like, get the fuck, come on, man. Give me the cap space to complete my team. Like, you guys want to talk about building a team? That's the perfect opportunity for it. If we go to the NFC Championship, I'll change my tone. I said don't trade Goff. Then you trade your first round pick. And still, that's the thing too, right? This guy's a top 10 talent, Trey Lance. Any of these quarterbacks, top 10, right? Not even Trey Lance. If it's Justin Fields, there's still going to be trade offers for him. You see it happen with Jimmy Garoppolo. You see it happen with Jacoby Brissett. I'm thinking guys who came off Matt Castle. He's all Patriots guys, kind of weird, but guys have their time to shine, and they get paid. Like they can get paid and get moved off of that. Like either one, Goff or the rookie, would become a trade asset, and in the goal of completing your team. Like it just makes sense, man. It makes sense. Goff will be better than Stafford. I think he can be. I think this is what I think. I think Stafford's for sure better than Jared Goff. But the situation that we had with Jared Goff, we got to be real about it. If he does do well, we have a way better situation than Stafford was ever put in. Like I said, guys, we have 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years. If you want to get technical, we have 5 if you count them this year. So I should say 3 years. But like we're going to be able to build something with that. So that's going to benefit Goff. It's going to make him look better the same way he looked good when he was on a rookie deal, and the Rams could afford paying the Dominican Sue. The one edge rusher they had, they traded for Dante Fowler, eventually bringing in Jalen Ramsey. Like they went all out on that team, and that's why Goff looked great. But yes, I would still trade his ass. He has more heart and took one team to the next level. I don't think that he took anyone to the next level. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Edward, I like Goff, but why not trade him this year for a first-round pick? I don't think that anyone's going to give up a first-round pick for Goff. I could be wrong in that. I just don't think – I think if that was on the table, a team like the Panthers would have already reached out by now, or maybe even like the 49ers like they were talking about earlier. Because I know the Panthers were really quarterback hungry. The Colts were really quarterback hungry. And like the stock on Goff right now is like really low. If we keep it a buck, like the Goff stock is I mean, to get rid of him, right? They literally had to package 2 first-rounders and a third-rounder to trade this guy. Like his stock is low right now. I don't think we're getting a first-round pick for him. DJU from Clemson. Easy sound. Stupid to trade quarterback who wins and has 2 Pro Bowls. I mean, hey, I sound stupid. Let's see how many Pro Bowls Alex Smith been to. I'm sure. I'm curious now. You call me stupid, but a guy, if he makes the Pro Bowl, it's not going to be off his skill set. It's going to be off the team around him, the same way it was before. I'm looking to see if Alex Smith made Pro Bowls because this would be the perfect example of that. Like you can move on from a guy who's won Pro Bowls or made the Pro Bowls. How's this? Stafford made the Pro Bowl. Eat a dick. Like Stafford made the Pro Bowl, guy. Come on now. D-Town. I know you're young. The way your arguments, they don't form well. They don't make. I appreciate you tuning in, man. But like, give me some concrete shit. We know nothing about Goff. Yeah, we do. What do you mean? I mean, this. Okay, you're right in this sense. I couldn't tell you if he's a leader. I don't think he's that type of voice in the locker room. I've never seen that. I guess example from him or in the past or anything like that. So you're right. We don't know anything about Goff. I know on tape though, he ain't that nice. He's not nothing special on tape. He has to become a system guy in the last couple of years because he does not get along with his coach. New start, new system, new life. Go Goff. We want to root for Goff, but he's a system guy because he's a system guy. Like you watch this guy throw, he doesn't do anything special. You guys you're gonna be tough to find some shit that Jared Goff has done. You're like, oh my god, like he's not that type of dude. The success he's had, like I said, has been with a team built around him. Grayson McCall was a freshman, but he's nice though. So, Louis Tune, if you can, the Instagram is in the description. Just because I don't know if I'm going to go back and read these names. I do want to look at the tape with these guys though. If you put them down there, I'd love to check it out, man. Plus, if Goff wins, if Goff plays well, he will be worth more. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, let him play well. Hey, look, put makeup on that pig. That's the way I'm gonna say it. Put makeup on the pig. I hope he plays well. Hope he looks like everything D-Town thinks he is, just so we can get a first rounder out of him. Now, if he's winning, we could trade him or this year's rook. and build more capital. Yeah, and if he is the shit, that's exactly my point too. Thank you, Funk. If he is the shit, if Goff is the shit, and we still have that rookie quarterback still getting traded, bro. Like, stop capping yourself. Matt Stafford was first overall pick. So was Jared Goff. Damn, I'm way behind on the comments. If anyone wants to join real quick too, feel free. Feel free. Oh, one pride you just tapped in, man. I love that signing. Tyrod Williams signing, fucking, oh my God, man. I love it. Just because, again, this contract's up to $6 million. The upside of this guy is pretty high when he's healthy. And the upside of him, or when he did have an upside, was underneath our offensive coordinator, Anthony Lynn. So this is a win-win, bro. Like, you're not paying him a lot of money if he's on a snap count, someone said. And like, he can produce for you. And then you on top of that, you have the guy who helped him produce. You know, like, that's a great signing, especially considering our cap situation. Like, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't think we're gonna be good. But that's not gonna stop me from rooting for this team and like I want to see us be competitive, right? I don't want to see like the games we saw last year, man. Ugly, nasty fucking games, man. It's hard to find a quarterback that can even run a system or be a system quarterback in the NFL. No, it's not. I don't think that's a thing. But even if you can have an underperforming quarterback and build a bomb-ass team around him and win. Jared Goff is an example of that. Trent Dilfer, Eli Manning somewhat. I don't want to discredit Eli Manning because, like, if you look at the numbers all time, he's actually up there. But Eli Manning, Trent Dilfer, Joe Flacco, like, you can have a guy who's like, and if you have a cap space and the 4 first-round picks and build a fucking bomb-ass team around him, dog, that's money. Like, you can still make that work, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm gonna have an average guy at that quarterback position, give me a dude that I'm only paying $6 million versus 25. He hates Goff. I don't hate Goff, bro. I'm just realistic. That's all it is. Let's not be spoiled. Half the league quarterbacks suck. Facts. Big facts. I do not love Stafford. You better. Hey, you tripping on that one. You tripping. Do you love him because of stats? You never seen him play a full game or wouldn't be saying he's mobile. I'll tell you what. I have for D-Town. When the trade happened, I had a LA Rams fan come on, and I was like, "Yo, Goff," because those numbers you're saying with Goff are true, right? And the W's as well packaged with it, versus what we have in Matthew Stafford to give the Rams. So I was like, "What upgrades do you see in Stafford that Goff couldn't do for you?" And this is from a Rams fan's perspective. So if you want to know, like, someone who watched Goff game in and game out, there's a video of it. It's called Rams Fan Reaction under the Speakeasy channel. And you'll hear some facts behind your boy Jared Goff that you think is so great. Just another guy. What up, though, man? This is a new name. I appreciate you tapping into the YouTube channel. Please make sure you hit subscribe, man. I'd like to hear more. He said, I'd rather trade Goff for a second and draft a quarterback. And just another guy isn't just another guy. He's a smart man. That's a smart Hey, I like you. Give Goff a chance. He's already proven that with the team around him. Yeah, Zach. Yes. Goff has a chance. 2 years, right? The rookie quarterback gonna be sitting behind him though. He's gonna have his chance regardless of who we draft. If we draft the quarterback, Goff's still gonna have his chance. That quarterback's not starting over Jared Goff in his rookie year. You goddamn like wrong. That's not wrong because you're not saying that, but that's not happening. If you think it's happening, you tripping. You big tripping. What has Stafford done for you to say he is better than Goff? It's a skill set thing. Stafford can make tighter window throws. He's a better deep ball thrower. You just gotta watch. Put on the tape, bro. Put on the tape. Stafford moves in the pocket better than Goff for sure. Yeah, and look, Stafford moves in the pocket better than Goff for sure. I agree. And Stafford ain't good at moving in the pocket either. So that. I mean, this is how I feel. I guess. I mean, shit. Just put on the tape. Watch. Trubisky has made a Pro Bowl and won playoff games. Damn, Funk with the facts. Hey, Funk, you my dog for that one, man. I didn't even think to say that. That's a closed case argument right there. Yes, I'm trading a quarterback who can still make the Pro Bowl. Like, the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Wentz went for a potential first and a third. Goff has played better than Wentz, so I don't see why the Lions can't get the same for Goff. Yeah, I mean, a potential first, right? It's not a guaranteed first. It's a potential first. Maybe the Lions could get a potential first for Goff. I know the Panthers were a team that looking, they're in the mix for Stafford. How we remember the teams that were also like in on that Stafford hype. The Redskins were. They just cut Alex Smith. That re-signed that guy from the XFL. So maybe, because you guys want that 19th pick from the Redskins anyway, you guys want to trade back in the draft. You want to get rid of this number 7 pick and get the 19th pick. I'm not saying you guys have heard that before. Maybe you give Goff up for that 19th pick. Maybe throw a 3rd, 4th, 5th round or 2. I mean, shit, the 19th pick of it is enough for me, for real. But that's just not going to happen actually this year at all, because now we would be stuck with a portion of his salary, if I'm not mistaken, unless we make the trade or deal before the year begins. Then we're just still originally paying Stafford's. Ooh, I need a goddamn job for the Detroit Lions. Look, I'll be a good ass GM. Okay, I always need some scouts. All right, I feel like my philosophies, they're backed, right? They're backed. People say he's familiar to Stafford in the locker room. Let's see, what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh, the leadership thing. Yeah, because I am way behind the comments too. I apologize, guys. Did I hear that right? Also, am I the only person that thinks Rams won't be very good? Yeah, I mean, the Rams are going to be like decent. Oh my God, there's so many of these comments. So, what up, though? I appreciate it. I love them. Check it out. The Rams are going to be good, but they have an issue at left tackle right now. They have an older left tackle who's been there for a long time. Something Whitworth or JJ Whitworth, 877 cash now, some shit like that. He's there at the left tackle spot. They they brought JJ Watt to the division. Chandler Jones in that division. Like, it's Stafford's battled through injuries. People say he's injury prone, but let's keep it a buck. He's still like his battle through them, but he's still at the same time older. So let that left tackle be a little shaky. Let him get someone at least experienced, and let Stafford get fucked up. It could happen. They get hurt, and here we go with a good pick. If Goff takes us to a playoff win, when we have had one since Dwight Eisenhower, I just can't trade him if he is one. Yeah, so he was the earlier example, though, he was saying wins. He didn't say playoff wins. A playoff win, I would definitely feel different about it. But it also depends on like the team around him. If the team is built around him, and I'm looking the same way he was with the Rams, right? I'm looking at the complete package. I'm not looking at I'm not giving Jared Goff the credit for the win by himself, right? And if I feel like the team played a part in his success in winning that playoff game, I'm still going to lean towards trading him if we have a rookie quarterback ready to go. But I do agree, though. I do agree that it would be a lot harder to make that decision if he's one of those quarterbacks that has new life on a new team. I don't think that's the case. So for a 7 Mile BG, what up, though? I think the GM believe in him. Let's do play complete trash. He'll be our quarterback. Here's this thing, too. The GM probably, I mean, he does have history with them, right? He was in the Rams organization. The thing with this commitment, this imaginary commitment, as people are giving Goff, even with the GM having a relationship with the Rams, the Lions originally asked for Aaron Donald when the whole Stafford trade went down. Right? That should tell you right there, like, we didn't fucking want this guy. We wanted a quarterback originally. Like, that was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had plans at some point to draft a quarterback in this draft, and don't ignore that. Like, that's big facts. We did not want Goff, but that was the best offer we got. It is. You know what I'm saying? The Lions, hey, let's get Jared Goff. Okay, we'll just throw in these first-round picks. No. It was like, you want Stafford? Let's get Aaron Donald. Hell no, we're not getting rid of Aaron Donald. He's a fucking piece of us winning. We don't have similar salaries. How about we'll give you 2 first-rounders and a 3rd if you take Goff. Then you have a starting quarterback. You sit your rookie behind him. Trey Lance, draft Chicken Trey, choo-choo, hype train. Let's go! Sorry if that was loud. I apologize. That was an asshole move. You didn't give me facts, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You said he makes great throws. That's not facts. The call reminded me of Wilson. Zach Wilson or Russell Wilson. I actually like both of those guys. Should a quarterback look deep first or short first? Short first. I say short. I think a lot of plays are designed by certain reads to like to go in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Play like certain reads plays are designed to go read by read. You have a first read, second read, all that stuff like that. So in aspects of that, nah. Oh fuck, I'm late to this one. Send that invite and I'll join. If you want that, I was. Hey, look, this has got me in trouble before. But if anybody wants to join, the link is in the comments down below. Just make sure you hit that like button for you hop on. Only dumb Lions fans want to trade for. Okay, D-Town. Good. I'm kind of off the QB train this year. Easy. I'm in love with the 2023 QB class. You know, maybe. I can't promise we'll be in a position to draft one of those guys though, too. His coach got, but well, here's this too though, and I get that. I would like a for sure thing. None of these guys are for sure though. With that, you build your team. You're not inserting a rookie quarterback into that situation and winning a Super Bowl. It's just not happening. What's more likely is you start a guy who's been groomed on your bench and in your system for 2 years, and they're more likely ready to go than that rookie quarterback is. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce my great grandmother Andrew to this show. What up, though, Grandma? What up, man?
What's going on, Easy? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, bro. I saw you were live. I had to hop on. You know what I'm saying?
We live, baby. So we had this conversation a little bit earlier too, or like earlier in the week on Tuesday. And so yeah, to be clear, who do you want in the draft?
I mean, my ideal scenario involves a trade. I want to trade back. I don't like who's sitting at 7 because I don't want a quarterback. If I wanted a quarterback, that's a perfect spot to be in. You're going to get one of the two you want most likely, but it's either I'm taking an offensive tackle at 7 or I'm trading back and trying to get like Xavier Collins, Barrymore, one of those guys.
I feel you. And yeah, because when we talked, your basis of it was you just didn't have faith in the quarterbacks at that spot, right?
I mean, that is part of it, but also my logic is like you already have Goff under contract. And if I'm looking at like a business perspective of it, I don't want to have part of my rookie's contract be wasted because that's when they're cheapest, right? And like I get sitting them so they can develop, but like part of getting a Super Bowl winning caliber team is knowing how to handle your cap so you can have a well-rounded team. And like a lot of the teams that have gone to the Super Bowl recently, they have their star players on rookie deals, so like I know you're all high on Lance, and like let's say Lance is it, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would freaking suck if we played out Goff's contract for the next 2 years and then had Lance for 2 years before we have to sign him to a huge deal, in my opinion, just from a financial perspective, because I look at it in the sense of, well, we have so many first round picks, right? Let's see how Goff does. He's proven, he can at least manage the game, and after those 2 years, you can use your first round pick and go get a quarterback you like. I would have no problem with that, because let's say Goff didn't play out. You got a new first round pick quarterback. He's young. He's on a rookie deal. Or let's say Goff does work out. You can trade him. You can keep him. There's a lot more flexibility. I just don't think from a roster perspective. Yeah, I just don't feel like from a roster perspective, we're in the position to draft a quarterback. I don't want to put our quarterback in a situation where we have so many holes that he's constantly feeling, overwhelmed and stuff like that. And it's not a good position to put a rookie in.
But he's not going to start because Goff is there.
Yeah, but the problem is like, our fan base, man. Let's say Goff plays like shit the first couple games. Every single person's going to be like, yo, put in the rook. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, toss him to the fire.
That's not going to happen.
Dude, because but that's what they do,
the
man.
Same fan base been bitching for Stafford to be never happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to happen. Especially if it's a guy as raw as Lance. But to your point on the contract thing is like, you're paying Chase Daniels like the same amount.
I know, but we would never sign Daniels to like $100 million deal. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, but I mean, you still got guys got to get paid down the line eventually. But like, I mean, I don't know. We still have every opportunity to build that team within that year sitting or even 2 years.
So the comparison I look at, and it's not even the same, is like, look what the Packers did this year with taking Jordan Love, right? You have Aaron Rodgers. He's still under contract for like 4 freaking years, and you need a couple more pieces, maybe another stud receiver or maybe another offensive lineman because they always have injuries, or another defensive playmaker or something. And they took a quarterback that is literally not going to impact their team at all when they could have used that extra pick to put them over the top and potentially contend for, NFC Championship, Super Bowl run, something like that. But instead, they used on a quarterback that's literally going to sit under Rodgers for 4 years because you don't get rid of Rodgers, and they're in a better position than we are as a roster. So that's why I just have a hard time, man.
Yeah, that's a totally different scenario because of that. Like they're in a win now situation. We're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for them, you're absolutely right. I think that was a dumb decision for them to take Love because you're a piece away from winning.
Yeah.
We're not. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta we gotta build, and this team isn't gonna be built in 1 year. Like there's so many holes in this defense, on top of the fact that we're cutting multiple guys to even make things work.
I feel you, in what you're saying, and I don't have a problem with it in that aspect because I get your opinion, but I look at just the history of the game, and it's great to sit a quarterback, but most of those quarterbacks that sat, they were in fantastic positions. I'm saying Josh Allen, they had a freaking amazing defense even before he was drafted. They had a good run game. I mean, not now, but they had a good run game. They had a good offensive line, things like that. And then you look at the Texans or you look at the Bengals, the Chargers, their quarterbacks. I mean, Watson was slightly different. You had D-Hop, J.J. Watt, things like that. But the Bengals, you took Burrow, and Burrow literally got lit up. He had an awful injury, ended his season. And their offensive line is so bad that this man's going to go through so much abuse and it's going to impact him. You don't know how durable these guys are. You don't know if he's an Iron Man. He could be an RG3. Fantastic rookie year. Career's over after his rookie year, and he was taken 2nd overall. Or you look at Justin Herbert, who was my favorite quarterback coming out of this last draft behind Burrow. And same thing, even with how good this man was playing, they couldn't do shit, and that's very defeating too, because when you're a very talented player, especially a quarterback, nothing is worse than losing, and you don't want to wait year after year after year to build a team. It's better, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen and everything, it's better to have at least a defense and plug in a quarterback. You look at the Bears defense is so dominant that freaking Trubisky.
Andrew,
how
many picks do we have in next year's draft in that first round?
2, man. I feel you, but that's why I don't want to take a quarterback.
Bro, we can build that. That can be built, especially with the draft situations we have. And then you have the opportunity to trade Goff in that scenario too for even more capital or pieces. And the cap space it provides too, once he's ready to step in. That, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. It's just let's say we have a better season this year, right? That next year pick isn't going to be worth as much, so I'd rather, especially in a quarterback heavy draft, which is very rare, you have the potential for a quarterback needy team to trade up and give you a good amount, and there is a lot of players that I like in the first 2 rounds. And so if I can even get 3 of them because I traded back and I still have my 2nd round pick, that's going to go further for me because I know that we have 2 first round picks next year and that we could use those as draft capital to get a quarterback or something. And since there's so much, I'm not saying the trade up or anything, but I'm saying if you look at it, look how many teams have their quarterback, right?
Because you agree, we have X amount of holes that we're not going to fill within 1 year. So now you're okay, so the pieces we have to fill those holes, let's give it up to get a guy then. Versus
I'm not saying in the sense of let's trade up, but I'm saying let's say you did hit on a couple of these pieces, right? And you're damn, this is working, and we still have Goff. And he's playing well because he has a little bit more pieces. He looks better on tape because he has more pieces and we're not just getting shit on or something. That's more value. And then I look at it from the sense of there's 4 quarterbacks in this draft that are probably going to teams that they're going to end up starting on. And then you look at how many teams have their quarterbacks. You have Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Rodgers, however many. There's not going to be many teams next year that need a quarterback or that would be willing to invest in a quarterback as high. There might be 1 or 2, but the Jets aren't going to invest in a quarterback again. the Jags aren't going to invest a quarterback again. Like, you don't just spend the first, second, fourth overall picks on a quarterback and the very next year do it again. That's happened maybe once, in the history of the league, and I take that into factor. And like, the Packers aren't going to be put in the top 10 position for a draft pick, and so I like the odds of getting another pick that could be used for a quarterback. And I just don't like that we have a quarterback already and to invest in it again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the situation. I see, like, if that was a situation, like we drafted a guy, we drafted a guy, but we didn't draft the guy. We got him in a trade. You were paying him $20+ million. And he's, I mean,
I
get this is where I get, like, when people don't want to do it is like, you don't think Lance is the guy. And I understand, like, that. I guess the philosophy behind it just makes too much sense for me. Like, I personally, but
right.
but I'm totally cool with, like, look, if Kyle Pitts is right there and we pull the trigger on him, then I have confidence in that this GM just didn't like Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? Or like tackle, I'd be a little upset about. I feel like that's something we could trade back out of. Because who are our starting tackles right now? We have Taylor Decker, who's a starter, he's a good NFL tackle. Who's the other one?
Crosby. Because they played Big V primarily at guard, but he also had so many injuries that we don't really know what we're getting.
Yeah.
So I mean, part of it is also my overall philosophy, right? My philosophy is you have a lot of contracts that, you don't want to just take all these dead cap hits. I would personally like to see some of them play out, get through that, progress through all these crappy contracts. So a year, 2 years down the road, when a lot of them end up finishing, not only do we have a lot of contracts off the books that weren't good, but then we have that more draft capital, multiple first round picks, things like that. And we'll be young and we'll be cheap. And that's just another reason that I want to play these contracts out and not just have another one back just like that, because the most expensive contract is a quarterback. And if I like Lance, I really do like Lance. He's raw, he has a lot of potential. And so it would suck to be put in the financial situation of
those 2 years are so golden.
Yes, but the thing is that in those 2 years, you have to make a Super Bowl run, or you just have to have a very dominant team, and you have to be able to replace those pieces that are going and coming.
It truly is. It's like, look at this. And I'm not saying this guy's Mahomes, but with like the capital that we have to build around him, that's absolutely doable. And this is me, the fan part of me coming in. Like, this is like all logic out the fucking window. I would fucking like. You could take my left nut for 2 years of a Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
I'm saying? Like, yes, that's worth it to me. If we have to pay him eventually, that's cool. There's the new front loading thing they're doing now too, with like Patrick Mahomes' contract, where it can work out at that point. And you still have other pieces on rookie deals where you can afford to pay them at that point in time too.
It can totally work, dude. And like, I feel you. I just think that within these 2 years, the odds of us completely turning around our franchise are slim, because I've never seen it before, and I believe with my eyes, and I have so much faith in the team. Last year I thought we were going to have a great year, and like, I'm trying to be more realistic with it, right? See how historically bad our defense is, and it's going to be very hard to turn this around, and like, I think in 2-3 years we could turn around and make playoff pushes, but not to the point where we're contending with Green Bay, we're contending with the Saints, the Bucks, San Fran, their defense is all going to be healthy, all these teams. I personally don't see it. The only way we can is if we get a very dominant defense, and that's going to be hard given the position we're in. I
mean, not this year. No, that's not going to happen.
Right.
2 years though, with 2 first-round picks, I truly believe like that absolutely can be the scenario that we have.
Yeah, and I hope it happens. Yeah. I mean, I love nothing more but to see you succeed, man. I do.
Because it's so like realistic, because you look at like a situation like Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy like that is franchise changing, and then just even sprinkle like little pieces here and there. When did Antoine Winfield get drafted? Was he a first rounder?
Dude, it's been so long. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's before my time, eh?
I mean, the junior. I'm sorry, Antoine Winfield Jr.
Oh, yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
First rounder? Like late first rounder?
He was a second rounder, I believe, because I wanted him in one of the later rounds.
Yeah. Like, but guys like that, they're there all over the draft in the first round, even if we're not like top 10 and shit like that. Like we can build that, bro. Four Winfields, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you, dude.
three,
but
two, like, we're gonna hit on 50% of that.
but that's where I also come into play where I'm like, dude, like this year is a year where like it's hard to know what's going on with college because of all the COVID crap. And then you look at next year and it's going to mess up this year and next year a little bit. So I'd rather hit and get a couple of those guys that you know for sure are going to be dominant than to trust tape from 2019, you know, for the later round guys or things like that. And like, I'm of the belief that if I can get two really good players for the price of one, and that price of one, we never know if it's going to hit, you know, there's first overall players that have busts, but you know, there's a lot of good safeties in this draft. There's a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. There's a lot of linebackers in the early rounds, you know? And so for me, it's an opportunity that doesn't come often to be able to trade back and get a lot of value, you know? So in this situation with so many quarterbacks being, you know, up for grabs, it's very tempting to trade back.
Yeah. I mean, the thing too is even if you trade back this year, which again is not a bad thing, but like that same like opportunity for like a you know top tier talent that quarterback is a thing as well. If you're not always faced with. But I'm just making the argument. I'm not like trying to like sit here and like loop you.
So I have a question for you then, man. So you know Brad Holmes, he came out and he's like, "There's a lot of flavors in the draft. There's a lot of quarterbacks I like." Do you think that's him truly saying that he really likes quarterbacks, or do you think he's trying to sell it to where he at the very least can hear offers for the 7th overall pick?
It's both, man. That alone showed me the competence, like head and shoulders above what we had last year. But it's both because, again, you know, with before Goff landing here, when the trade initiations happened or conversations, we asked for Aaron Donald, meaning like we had plans to take a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like he studied quarterback tape, and there was plans to take a quarterback to lead this franchise, and whoever we brought in as a free agent to maybe start over him, or maybe we start that rookie. Like, yeah, that was a plan before. You know, it obviously didn't work out for Donald, and we ended up with Goff. So, like, definitely, like, you know, research and tape was studied on taking a quarterback this year. But, you know, us getting Goff does change things. It does give us the ability to trade back, like you said. And I wouldn't be pissed off if we trade back at all. I would just hope that it doesn't mean that we're investing in Goff for, like, the long haul, because I just don't truly believe in him, I guess, for the long haul.
Yeah, and I feel that, you know, I feel like Goff, it's going to be hard because I love Stafford. I've seen Stafford has a very, you know, every once in a while type ability, you know, from an arm perspective. The man has made throws in between 4 defenders, you know, just crazy tight window throws, you know, and to go from that to Goff, it's going to be a downgrade already. And so to see how Stafford has been able to lead the team, and like, I'm not saying Stafford's an Aaron Rodgers or anything like that. I definitely, in the near future, want to be able to have a dominant quarterback on our team. You know, I don't want to put him in the same situation that so many quarterbacks in the past have been put in. I want to put him into a good situation to where even though he's amazing, he doesn't have to do it all, you know, because it's so tiring watching our offense have to come back from behind, or our O-line just getting freaking shredded, which our O-line is
of like having these picks. Like, I would love to have that guy. Like, I think every team would. Like, we have the position, the opportunity to like just have that team where, you know, we don't need that guy. Sorry, come on, man.
You're good.
The other thing too, I don't want to know you about the fucking quarterback thing, but like,
you good?
I think we agree like Lamar's not the greatest arm talent, Lamar Jackson, but he can run. Trey Lance got some wheels, dog.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, Easy. I am all for a freaking dual threat quarterback. And I talked about this on a DSA roundtable once. And my belief is like, if your quarterback in today's game cannot do it both, he is not right, because you can tell that the league is changing. Mahomes is not a running quarterback, but this man can make plays with his legs.
Then the play, and
Josh Allen, same thing. Josh Allen coming out of college was not a running quarterback. This man is literally stiff arming people into their grave. You know what I'm saying? like he's just running over people. And he's literally like a top 3 rushing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? On top of airing it out. And, you look at these guys and they're so freaking talented. And like, that's just the younger generations coming up. These guys are freaking good, with their legs. So I look at that and I'm like, that is an aspect that we didn't have with Stafford. Stafford was able to scramble, but he was not one of those guys that could truly make huge plays on the ground. Maybe a first down, but these guys are running for 80 freaking yards. Daniel Jones, my man, hit 23 miles per hour and tripped over his damn feet because he's running so fast.
Darnold had a big ass run recently too. And yeah, man, I'm 100% on board. That's why, like say Lance can't make the reads and he's not fucking like amazing on throwing it. Is like you still build around him the ability to run, just the way the Ravens are. But I'm sorry, bro, for like pounding the fucking Lance thing. This is like.
You're good.
I tell you him, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing, but these are the thoughts that go through my head and like why I like him. But I also like I guess I don't think trading back is necessarily a bad thing either. I just hope that at some point we're willing to take a flyer on a rookie quarterback to be great versus settling for Goff.
So given our situation with how many holes we have and everything, do you think we could honestly make a wrong position group pick in the 7th overall spot? So not necessarily a player, because obviously there's players we all like, we dislike, whatever. But is there like a position that you're just like, that would be fucking stupid?
Receiver.
You think so?
I don't even want to say that though, because again, I'm like Kyle Pitts. I was like, fuck. Like
I know the Pitts train is getting high, bro. I'm seeing it all over.
What me up too is like, cause I'm like, skill positions. I don't like taking like that early. Because you find those guys, I feel like, throughout the draft, like later, more often you're going to find, I guess you can find anyone later for real, for keeping it a buck. I think defensive people are the ones you're more prime early on, but I remember the original question. Would I be mad with a certain skill position?
I mean, not necessarily like wide receiver, running back, tight end. I'm just any position.
Is there any position I'd be pissed off about? Any receiver not named Kyle Pitts, yeah, for sure I'd be pissed. And obviously running back, that's like fucking like.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you, man. Mine definitely has to be on the defensive side of ball. I love, dude, like I don't want a secondary player with the 7th overall pick.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Okuda thing really pissed me off. I was like, you don't take a cornerback with a 3rd overall pick.
I know. And the dumb part too, bro. We exposed our hand like where we could even made a trade because it was so fucking like obvious we were taking a quarterback. Like you got rid of Darius Slay.
I know. my thing is just like I'm all for having a dominant secondary, but I'm of the belief you have a good front 7 makes your secondary better, right? And our front 7 was freaking god awful. So even if our cornerbacks were good, i.e. Slay when he was with us, he didn't look as good as he was because they're in coverage for way too long, And you look at other teams like the Bucks. Nobody knows who the hell the Bucks secondary is, basically, unless you're a real football fan. And it's because everyone knows they have Levante David, they have Sue, they have JPP, they have Shaq Barrett, and all these guys are front 7 guys, and they all freaking some of them were getting like Shaq Barrett led the league in sacks like 2 years ago. Sue's getting hella pressure, JPP's getting strip sacks, all this stuff. And no one's really talking about the secondary. And it's because of how dominant the front 7 was, Yeah. And so to take a secondary play, man, I would lose my shit, bro. For real.
No, bro. And the thing, too, is like, their situation's different. I don't know how they afforded that team. Because Mike Evans, I know he's on a big contract. Brady got, paid $25 million or some shit?
Brady's honestly, a lot of them aren't that expensive, and they have a lot of young guys. Like their defense is pretty much on rookie deals besides a couple.
I know Shaq Barrett, free agent signing. Sue, free agent signing. Jason Pierre, free agent signing. That's his name, right? Pierre Paul.
JPP. Well, Sue wasn't on the team, but I believe, if I remember correctly, that Barrett and JPP were on the team.
Yeah, they're definitely on the team. But like,
I mean, like before this past year.
Yeah.
So like they had the structure there. It was only a couple pieces. They brought in Gronk, AB, Sue, and then the rest of them, and obviously Brady. But like the rest of them were pretty much draft picks, man. Like their secondary was full of draft picks. Their starting, tackle was their first round draft pick. Like, and they brought in Fournette, which was whatever because Ronald Jones balled out. But
yeah. Yeah, it's true, man. They did get super lucky with Fournette, then Brown, Gronk, all fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it's the LeBron effect, right? Same thing with the Brady. Just a lot of people come, they go for cheaper price because they're like, well, we can make a Super Bowl run, which makes it easier. That shit doesn't happen on any other teams because no quarterback is like, yeah, I'll only get paid $20 million so we can get this.
Yeah.
And it's easy for them because they literally have it all happen in 1 year. It's not like, let's say, Stafford or someone's taking a contract restructuring and they're going for 20 mil. You're not going to get a full team in 1 year because you don't have that same effect. People believe in Brady, people believe in LeBron. And so they're like, yeah, fuck it. I'll go for a veteran's minimum.
Yeah. Bro, Sue's underrated, man.
Oh, big time. 100%.
Yeah. I feel like, because you see, he obviously, when we had him here, he had us looking right in 2014. Goes to LA, had them looking right. I mean, obviously at the time in Miami, which they're kind of chaotic back then too.
Yeah, I mean, Sue, I feel like it's weird to say that he's underrated.
It is.
But in the last couple of years, you watch when he was next to Donald, and everyone's like, "Oh, Donald!" Like, don't get me wrong, Donald to me is probably the best defensive player ever to play. By the time he finishes a game, and that's not no recency bias. He's just done things that nobody's ever seen in the career. I mean, in the NFL history.
Yeah.
But like, he's been overshadowed by that. He's been overshadowed by Barrett, JPP, whatever. But this man is still getting in. He's an older defensive tackle, and he's still getting double teams and stuff.
And the beauty, that's the thing that's beautiful about him is like he'll like no matter his age, he'll always be that disruptor where he'll open shit up for like other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like even here, I don't think 2014 he had necessarily I don't think he really had great sack numbers other than his rookie year. He was just the other pieces around him were able to excel, because he disrupts so much on the offensive front.
I mean, yeah, dude, if you're playing defensive tackle and you can draw double teams, sometimes triple teams, if your other guys are even above average, I mean, they're going to get home, or at the very least, they're going to get pressure. And that's where your defense just looks good, Like if you want to use that team, for example, like we really didn't have shit on the team, but it worked so well because our D line played well. And that all stemmed from Sue.
Yeah.
Our linebackers played so much better because of Sue being up front. Our secondary played so much better because the fucking D line was getting to the passer,
Like I said, I was watching those Calvin highlights, man. I was getting sad because, like, it's crazy we had Calvin and Sue at the same time, and like, we just fucking didn't get it done.
Right.
It blows my mind. I want to look at Sue's sack numbers. Yeah, his rookie year is the only year he had double-digit sacks with 10. He fills his hole. He disrupts consistently, fills his hole to help block, fuck up the run game and open shit up for other guys who can, make shit happen on the edges. That's just been his job, his role.
Yeah, and it just goes to show you that stats doesn't even mean everything. Because if you watch Sue and you're even a remote fan of him or just football fan, that this stuff does not show how dominant that this man has been. You look at this and you're like, oh, he's only hit double-digit sacks once in his career and it was a rookie. Wow, he hasn't done shit.
Yeah,
this man has been one of the most disruptive defensive tackles, even just overall defensive players in the last decade. The
other thing too is, if you look at these games started, you only missed 2 games entire career. That's fucking crazy.
It's because he's beefy, man.
Yeah, that's like fucking like something special in itself, man.
All right, literally.
God damn it, man! I'm getting sad again.
and like this is the exact reason, man. Like I'm a firm believer that defense wins championships, and it all starts from that D line, bro. You look at teams like San Francisco, even the Colts this year, right? They fixed their D line. They invested so much capital, all of them first round picks, over again, that their defensive line was so freaking dominant that they made no name linebackers, no name secondary players look like Pro Bowlers. The only ones they had was freaking Sherman. Yeah, and Sherman blew his damn Achilles out. You know what I'm saying? So like he was already past his prime, and he's still making Sherman look like Pro Bowler because they got Bosa, Buckner, and all these guys, and that's what you have to do. Trenches out.
Man, fucking 1,000%, man. I have been on for an hour. My mom is blowing up my phone. I do have to work. But Andrew, it was nice talking to you. I'm glad we, it didn't have to be. We had a nice conversation, bro. It's because I didn't accuse your radio thinking or calling you like that. You have conversations, man. I like that. I fuck Luke too. Obviously, that's my fucking guy.
Yeah, yo. I mean, my thing is like, there's times that I'll get heated where I'm like, no, bro. But like overall, if you have an opinion, I mean, that's fine. I may disagree, and I might show you like my facts or my logic behind it. But like,
if you could show logic behind it other than just like disagreeing, then like I have no problem with that. I can see your point. If you can make your point seen, if you're just like disagreeing for the like Jesus Christ, bro, come on.
It's all good, man. It's all love, and it's just it shows you how big of fans we are. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. Actually, Detroit said he cried when Calvin left or when Sue left.
Both.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, go on YouTube, type in top 50 plays for Calvin Johnson, and you'll be in your fucking feels, bro. It's insane, bro. Andrew, I was watching this play, and this isn't really that impressive a play. It just like speaks to like his size, his sheer like fucking like catch radius.
Mm-hmm.
The quarterback had him like they were aligned, and he was in front of him where Stafford threw the ball like way fucking off of like where they are, and Calvin fucking just he really didn't die, bro. He just fucking fell because the body's so goddamn long and just caught it on the. I'm like, bro, that's disgusting. You can't guard that shit, man. It's insane.
I know this man used to be able to extend like freaking Mr. Fantastic. Like, I mean, it was just ridiculous. Even his slant routes. Like the guys would jump on his freaking back, and he would still seem like his arms were like fucking 7 feet long because he would just reach out, and you're like, damn, the defender's literally on his back, and it doesn't even look like they're near the ball.
Yeah, or like there'd be plays too where like motherfuckers would go to tackle off him, and they bounce off him because he's so fucking big and going so fast. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm risking it for the biscuit, baby. I'm about to play these highlights, bro. You know, worst case scenario, you guys catch me on Woodward Sports. Oh, I just so loud. Should I put on the sound? I'll put on the sound.
Johnson stays on his feet.
Oh, look at that shit, bro.
Rolls and throws. Calvin Johnson made the grab.
Sorry, guys. The other thing too, you watch this shit, bro. So many like piece of shit quarterbacks. He made good plays.
Mm-hmm.
He still made it work good.
On the scene, there's Johnson, and he's got it. He went up and took it. Down to
Probably
the
should not be
30-yard
playing. I
line.
probably have to say get picked up with good.
You know what's crazy though is like this man literally reminds me of just Derrick Henry when you look at the size of him compared to every other player at his position.
Yeah, I think that was a play I was talking about where he just watch how a line like just whoop, just fucking like. Well, no, yeah, you're right. He's the Derrick Henry of the receiving position. Let's just say like I think Calvin started Stafford's growth with it because he had to be accurate with it. You know? Oh shit, you still there?
Yeah. It's hard to hear you just with that background noise.
Right.
Everyone deserves the
I'll
best.
fucking so I don't get kicked off. Well, shit, man. Anyone could throw this guy. Thank you. I have a question. Did Stafford throw 5,000 after Calvin? He did.
I think it was during.
So only during Calvin.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's gotten to like 4,900 and stuff after.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, that man.
Yeah.
Play those highlights of golf passes against Chiefs and against Vikings. All right, man. D-Town, you have fun with that one. I appreciate you tapping in, man. But I'm gonna wrap this one up. My mom could probably hop in my lap and fucking start cursing me out. I appreciate you tapping in, Andrew.
Hey, for sure, man. Good talking to you, man.
For sure. We gotta link up again. We'll do it for your page or whatever. And if you guys want to shave your balls, Andrew has got discount codes all day.
Hey, some context of that, we're being promoted by Manscaped. So if you want to use promo code REAL, REAL, you'll get a discount, free shipping, and all that, man.
I guess there with no context, it does sound a little
Bro, it sounds real weird. Like, hey, you got to throw some context in that, bro. People are gonna be thinking some weird stuff.
Right. I'm in this one.